Since we're talking about how propaganda is disseminated using the internet, and it's becoming a huge issue. Obviously, it's not easy to police the internet, and also to a certain degree, it does curb freedom of speech and free expression and
Yeah.
privacy and whatnot. You know the entire debates that are going on in
Yeah.
the United States, Canada, and India.
Yeah.
I'll give you a recent example in India. So, in the eastern part of India, recently, violence was enabled by Islamists using fake news and misinformation.
Mhm.
This was also as seen as a reaction to the persecution of Hindu minorities in Bangladesh. So it has a big history to
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And the violence there in the easternmost part of India was coordinated by a group in the westernmost part of India, which has no connection whatsoever. So, in that sense, obviously, internet and digital platforms do play a very big role. So, while keeping privacy in mind, while
Yeah.
keeping a lot of these fundamentals in mind, how does the intelligence deal with such threats online?
Not very well.
Right.
And it's a volume question. As you said, I mean, there's hundreds of millions of websites out there. And, Facebook has promised to do a better job at taking down violent material. Twitter has promised to do a better job. But,
Right.
I don't know if you have this metaphor in India, but it's like playing whack-a-mole. Every time you shut down one site, 10 more sites come up.
Correct.
And it's an impossible task to monitor them all simultaneously. And there are times where it is very difficult to distinguish between freedom of speech, which our countries respect under our constitutions, and what constitutes exhortation to violence.
Right.
There's no easy answer to that question. And from an intelligence perspective, you can't monitor them all. So there are artificial intelligence, there's bots you can go to find this stuff, but you're constantly trying to play catch up with this thing. And these are hard decisions to make, but you're absolutely right. A lot of this stuff is being spread online. But here, if there's a silver lining to this crowd, Sharon, I want to give it. The vast majority of people who consume violent or extremist material online never do anything in the real world. They're happy to read it, they're happy to share it, they're happy to repost it. But most of them are the cowards, or they're incompetent, or they don't really believe in the cause. Just because you share something doesn't mean you're going to strap on a suicide vest tomorrow. The challenge from the security intelligence and law enforcement perspectives is to identify the very, very small number who believe in the cause, share the information, and are willing to do something about it in the real world. And that's not an easy task either.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.